Alright, so I wanted to make a video explaining some of the things I'm thinking about while I'm driving. So right now I'm going down a hill. I can coast in neutral. Gravity's doing all of the work for me. I know there's an even steeper hill down here. I know there's a light up here. I know it's probably red. I don't need to rush up there. I know I have a turn lane here. I have an acceleration lane. It's gonna be fine if I keep my speed through this turn. There's a truck pulling up. It's probably gonna turn green for me anyway, just a little bit. It's green, so I'm not even that worried about it anymore. I'm gonna shift into gear so I go through the turn in gear. That way I get some engine braking. I'll rev match into third. Simple lane change. As I build speed on this road, I'm just using the mid-range of my engine. I know it's pretty efficient between 2200 and 2500, so that's where I want to be most of the time. Alright, the speed limit on this road is 55, but I might want to go a different speed, maybe, who knows. I can see up there in about 1 mile the light is red. I have no idea what's going to happen to that light in 1 mile. So right now I just like the flexibility of going a little bit faster. If that's a fresh red, it's going to stay red for a while. By the time I get to it, it's going to be green. If it's a stale red, it's probably going to turn green soon, which means it's going to be red again by the time I get up there. So I want a little bit more flexibility. So I see that it's still red right now, which means it's going to turn green soon. So actually I want to go a little bit faster now, just so that I get there by the time it's still green. It has turned green. I know I have about 40 seconds to get there. This is probably too far, but it's too late. I'm probably not going to be able to slow down and make it through anyway. I probably have to slow down regardless. But if I keep a good amount of speed here, I will be able to get through the green with some probability. Versus if I slow down, I know I'm not getting through it. The speed limit does drop down 45 here, but I know as long as I keep my speed, I'll be able to get through the green. If I need to, I can still accelerate. And now I know I'm getting through it, so I'm shifting to neutral and cutting speed. And now I'm just coasting. The speed limit drops down to 30 here, so I have no reason to accelerate. I do see traffic up there. Traffic is the enemy of good fuel economy. So you want to keep your distance from that traffic. If you keep your distance from traffic, there is no traffic. You might ask, why do I shift to neutral? I shift to neutral because I don't have any engine resistance holding me back. I can just coast. I have my hand on the shifter. My feet are hovering over the pedals. If I need to go in gear, I can be in gear in a second or less. Now I'm just going to start engine braking so I'm not going way too fast at 25. Cities are not places to speed, y'all. And I have chosen 5th gear here. This is a 2024 Honda Civic. This car comes with a CVT. In this exact condition, this exact car is doing this exact same thing, just with the CVT instead of the manual, so I'm not doing anything wrong. Traffic's slowing down, so I'm in neutral. I'm shedding speed. Not sure why this person will pull out in front of me like that. Alright, traffic's slowing down a lot more. I'm in gear, coasting, in gear. Just shedding speed because I can. And again, traffic's the enemy of fuel economy, so I'm not bothering to accelerate anymore. I'm just keeping up. And that light up there is red, so I have no rush whatsoever to get through. This person's just gonna go through, and that's fine. This is why you don't speed in cities, people. This is why you do not speed in cities. Alright, light's green. I'm gonna pick up speed. this does not stay green for very long, so I'm going to pick up all the speed I can. And I'm going to give this truck some space in case they tail swing. Again, it's a flatbed. It's probably not going to, but better safe than sorry. Alright, so this light could stay green for a while. I don't know. I'm going with 4th. I have no idea what's going to happen at this light. If I have no idea what's happening, then I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm only going to do things weird when I have a good level of confidence. So there was a car waiting there. It definitely could have changed. I don't feel like I made any bad decisions. That light up there was probably red. I can't see because of the tall vehicle in front of me. It's green, in fact. So I'm going to choose 4th. We're going to build some speed. I see brake lights, so now we're just going to coast in gear. Alright, whatever. Very, very likely this light will change before I get there, but there's a small chance. If I accelerate, I'll make it. If I don't accelerate, I'm not making it. So I'm going to go for the small chance. I don't want to have to stop. Interruption is how you get bad fuel economy. If you're constantly stopping at stop signs, constantly stopping at red lights, you will get bad fuel economy. If you can time the lights, see it's already red back there. I don't know if you could tell, I could tell. It did change very shortly after I went through. That light up there is green. It could stay green for a while. I'm guessing it will change to yellow soon, so I'm not building any speed until I get close enough where I know I'm going to get through it. I see a car waiting. I believe it will change. There's some traffic behind me, but not very much. I'm going too slow. And this is one of those really sticky situations. There are cars waiting. I know it's going to change. And there it goes. It has changed. So there was no reason speeding up there. I mean, you see the white car up there. They were not even able to get through. I'm going to shift into 3rd, engine brake the rest of the way. If you have to get interrupted, you want to get interrupted to the minimum extent possible. And since this car has auto idle stop, I see cars in the turn lane over there. I know when it turns green for these side traffic, I know the oncoming traffic is going to get the green, so I'm just going to auto idle stop. And that's perfectly fine. So this car has auto idle stop. It's designed to do it. That's perfectly fine. If I didn't have auto idle stop, I'd still be idle gear. If I was in automatic, it might be in neutral. Obviously, since I'm in a manual, I'm going to be in neutral regardless. Alright, lights getting ready to change. Clutch in. I see the light up there is green, so I know it probably will change again, but I just don't know that. Sometimes it stays green for a while. I don't really know what's going to happen. So it has changed to yellow, so now I'm going to start slowing down. It's kind of unfortunate that happened, but it happens sometimes. I built up way too much speed, but with traffic behind me, going way too slow is just not helping anyone. And if I was wrong, I would have really messed up the flow of traffic, so can't really hurt. I'm probably not even gonna have to fully stop here. I might not have to brake that much anyway. Yeah, it didn't end up hurting me that bad. So sometimes you sometimes make the wrong decision. That's fine. Here I see the light up there is green. I know this one stays green for a long time, so I'm kind of in a predicament. I know it stays green. I might get up there, or I might not. It just depends on what happens, but as soon as I see it change to yellow, I am lifting, and I'm going to start coasting in gear. I coast in gear when I need to slow down anyway. Alright. So I believe as long as I accelerate, I will make it through here. And when I know I'm not going to lose the yellow anymore, I shift to neutral and we start coasting, start losing speed. And now the traffic is slowing down, I'm in gear. I'd rather slow down with deceleration fuel cutoff than without, so anytime I can be off my brakes, that's good. Up ahead, I see a hill coming up. I know for a fact that's a 5th gear hill if I want to keep speed. If I try to stay in 6th, I'm going to lose a lot of speed up that hill. Alright, so here's the bottom of the hill. I can go ahead and downshift now. Looks like traffic is going to keep up, so I'm going to shift to 5th. And I'm still going to lose speed in 5th unless I floor it in 5th, but I don't really want to do that, so we'll be just fine. Barely losing any speed at all up here. That's fine. Looks like traffic is slowing down a little bit. Probably not as much as me, but still. And once they start gaining speed again, I'll shift to 6th. Traffic slowed down, so I shifted to 6th early. And now that we're going down the hill into neutral, once I get to the bottom of the hill, I'll be back in gear. I see brake lights up ahead, so traffic's slowing down. There's no reason to be speeding out right now. And again, traffic is the enemy of fuel economy, so keep your distance from traffic. Speed limit here is still 55. It will drop soon. So up ahead, I see that light is red. Paradoxically, I'm going to speed up slightly. Just back there for a little bit. I know when it changes green, I have about 20 seconds to get through. Looks like it's kind of a more fresher red, so there was no point accelerating back there. I'm just going to be coasting in gear. I'm not using any fuel right now. This is driving for free. And all rev match, downshift to 3rd here. And since there's cars waiting on the other side of the road, engine idle stop enabled. Alright, engine is off, not using any fuel. Light is green, clutch in, auto idle stop off. And just smooth driving for the rest of the way. That light out there is red. It's going to change green kind of soon, hopefully. I'll just shift into neutral. We'll coast to neutral up there. There's no reason to accelerate quickly. I see cars waiting, so it's probably been red for a while. As soon as I see it turn green, then I will accelerate. But until that point, I'm not interested in wasting fuel. It doesn't stay green for terribly long, so that light up there is already yellow. I'm going to downshift into 4th, just engine brake the rest of the way. This light doesn't stay red for that long, so I'm probably just going to end up leaving the engine on. And you'll notice I leave it in gear until I'm at 1,000. That's when it starts injecting fuel again, so I'll clutch in at 1,000, then shift to neutral. Actually, the hill start assist was active there, so it was kind of unusual. It's the first time I think I've ever needed it. And this is a unprotected left turn, so I'm not gonna be able to go until it's clear. So there's, again, no acceleration, no reason to rush up to it. I'm not gonna bother cutting my engine off here because it's not red. As soon as we get a chance, we'll go. Looks like there's a car back there, so I'm not gonna build up too much speed. I'll let them get ahead of me, then I'll merge in after. They were nice enough to let me in. Good on you, Wyoming. RAV4. Alright, once we're on the highway, things get a lot less complicated. Now there's not any stop signs, there aren't any traffic lights, says cruise control city. So I'm gonna get to 65, I'm gonna set the cruise to 65. If I see traffic slow down, if I see more than one set of brake lights, I'm gonna lift, or I'm gonna cancel my cruise, start coasting, figure out why people are slowing down. If a lot of people are slowing down,